I never thought I'd be the kind of woman to cheat. I thought I was better than that. Stronger. Loyal. But when temptation is right in front of you, bigger and harder than anything you've ever known, sometimes, your body acts before your brain can stop it. My name is Emily. I'm 29, married to Josh for almost 6 years. We met in college. He was the sweet guy who always brought me coffee during finals week. He wasn't flashy, not the kind of man who turned heads, but he was reliable, kind, and safe. I loved that about him. At least I thought I did. Until he came into the picture. His name was Marcus. He was a contractor we hired to renovate our kitchen. Tall, broad shoulders, deep voice, the kind of man that just commands a room. I noticed him the first day he walked in. How he filled the doorway like a Greek god in a flannel shirt. It wasn't just his looks. It was the way he moved. Confident. Effortless. Like he knew exactly what he was doing, with the tools and with women. I felt something stir in me that I hadn't felt in years. At first, I told myself it was harmless. A little crush, nothing more. I wore a little makeup when he came by. Maybe a tighter tank top. Josh never noticed. But Marcus did. One morning, Josh had already left for work, and I was standing at the kitchen sink in nothing but a robe. It was hot, summer heat clinging to the air like a second skin. I didn't hear Marcus walk in until he cleared his throat behind me. "I didn't mean to startle you," he said, eyes flicking down my body, lingering just long enough for me to know what he was thinking. That was the first time I bit my lip. He smirked. And I didn't stop him. That day the air between us changed. He started staying later, coming earlier. I caught him watching me from across the room, his eyes burning into me. Every look made my pulse race, made me ache in ways I hadn't felt in years. One evening, after Josh left for a business trip, Marcus stayed behind to finish some measurements. Ryan wasn't gentle in the way I expected. He was deliberate, intense, and it felt like he was claiming every inch of me. I gasped at the depth of it, at how far he went, further than I'd ever imagined he could. My breath caught in my throat, my fingers digging into his back, as wave after wave of sensation hit me. Every movement felt purposeful, every second pulling me further into something I knew I shouldn't be doing. I kept thinking about Chloe, about how she'd feel if she knew, but the thought faded every time he moved deeper, every time my body responded before my brain could catch up. It wasn't just physical. There was a fire between us that I hadn't felt in years. Like we'd been holding back for far too long, and now there was no turning it off. He read my reactions perfectly, adjusting, teasing, pushing just enough to make me lose control again and again. When it was over, I lay there, my chest rising and falling as I tried to catch my breath. Ryan brushed my hair back from my face, his eyes searching mine. "You know this changes everything, right?" he said quietly. I nodded. I knew exactly what he meant. This wasn't something we could just pretend didn't happen. The guilt hit me the moment I left his apartment. Chloe's face kept flashing in my mind, her laugh, the way she used to talk about Ryan. I told myself it was a one-time mistake, that I'd never let it happen again. But the truth? We've met twice since that night. And each time, he's gone just as deep, used every inch, and left me craving more. I don't know how long we can keep this hidden. I don't know if I even want to stop. All I know is that it's the most dangerous thing I've ever done, and I can't seem to walk away.